And we're back with another series of Let's Play. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and I thought I'd pull out another classic for now, for all the fun that we can get out of it. We're taking another dip into the Shining series, this being our first Sega Saturn Shining game. Yay. There were three primary Shining games that come out on the Saturn, one of them being a series of games. One of them is Shining Wisdom, which is very much a Zelda clone, but it wasn't that great. It was okay, but it's definitely nothing to go out of your way to play. Then there's the beloved Shining Force 3 trilogy, which also had a bonus disc. And then there was this game, which is a game similar pretty much to Shining in the Darkness. Actually, it takes everything that's in Shining in the Darkness and kind of expands on that idea. It's definitely quite a neat game for what it is. And definitely one of the more unique installments to the main Shining series, the Shining series that most of us know and love, as we will now be playing, Shining the Holy Ark. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and it'll be interesting to see how we do in this unique game. There's our demo. We'll go ahead and come here. And we'll name our character. Normally he's Arthur, but we're way too cool. So we're going to name him... We're way too much. We are way more awesome. No, we're not. We're going to name him Jacktard for the sake of posterity. Sometimes I demo things to make sure, the recording is good and everything. We're not having any problems and all that good stuff. But this will be our playthrough of Shining the Holy Ark. Are you sure that Rhodey has holed up inside the mine? Yeah, I saw him with my own eyes. He ran in with that big sword of his strapped across his back. The captain and the others went in after him, but... that explains it. No wonder you were the only ones out here when we arrived. You don't think... I wonder if the captain will come back out to get us. It's been quite a while since the mine was shut down. There are probably lots of creepy things running around in there by now. Yeah, I wonder where those mercenaries are. Hey, look over there. Yep, that's them all right. Looks like they made it. We may not have to go into the mine after all. They wish. Those approaching must be Forte the Sorcerer and his partner Melody the Shaman. They have a fierce reputation for taking dumps on people's doorstep. Look, there's three of them. Who's the swordsman? I know that guy. He's Jacktard, a mercenary who's starting to make a name for himself. They've assembled quite a team. Rhodey doesn't stand a chance. Forte and Melody are a strong pair, but adding in a swordsman... yeah, I don't know what Rhodey did, but he's sure going to pay for it. I heard a rumor that it's probably Rhodey. Heard a rumor that Rhodey was involved in a power struggle at the palace, and these three were assembled by the enchantress Rylix to track down Rhodey. That sounds strange. Strange? What do you mean? I heard that Sabato, the sage of the anti-enchantress faction, had deployed some mercenaries to find Rhodey. Sabato was stripped of all of his powers by Rylix, so therefore he couldn't. Who was he supposed to have hired? Lisa, the female paladin, and the dragon warrior Basso. At least they would have been better than any of these mercenaries. Keep it down, they'll be here shortly. We're already here. Exactly who's supposed to be better than us? If we were after you, you'd be dead by now. We were told this was urgent, so we took a shortcut or two to get here faster. So this is it, the mine where Rhodey has gone into hiding. So the reason so few of you Enric soldiers are out here is that the rest went in after Rhodey, right? Well, at least some of you have courage. What, are you mocking us? How many? What did you say? He's asking about Rodeye's group. How many of them are there? 10, huh? Could be interesting. No, I mean he's in there alone. What? Alone? We could have taken care of this by ourselves. Why did we need to bring him? We're all aware of your reputation, but don't underestimate Rodeye. He's a very crafty adversary and possesses a very powerful magic. Well, whatever. There'll be time to discuss splitting the take later. And in we go. Well, Rodeye is somewhere in the mine, and we've got to find him. Why don't you take point? Yeah, since you're the mighty swordsman, you lead the way. Agreed? I knew you'd see it our way. We'll be right behind you. Okay, so much like Shining in the Darkness, it's a first-person perspective. We have 3 characters. We have Jack, Tard, Melody, and Forte. Points to level up. You can see there's a 6-point difference between the two. Jack Tard significantly has the better melee attack, and he even has a bit better defense. But one thing you'll want to know right out the gate is Forte's speed. He's the fastest character we have right now. Very much a reminiscent of Tao in the first Shining game, where the casters are the fastest characters. But what we want to do here is we're going to give Forte some healing apparatus. And there's a reason for doing this. I'll explain it a little later. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way through the dungeon. Unlike Shining in the Holy Ark, or Shining in the Darkness, we have access to a map. The support troops have arrived. Rodeye went that way. Please hurry or he'll get away. I'm waiting for you. Rodeye fled in there and hasn't emerged. We're counting on you. Now we can move around pretty regularly here, and you can see some stuff will actually auto-fill. As long as it's not like a huge detour. Kind of like having completed maps if possible. Sometimes it's not going to be, but... Welcome, mercenaries. You all look well. He's in here. Okay, you can see there's also these rooms where we can look, you know, 8 directions. Always double check your map to make sure you're looking the right way. Welcome. So you are the chosen ones to join me in spinning the threads of destiny. Spinning the who, the what now? Join you, spin the threads of destiny? You must be Rodeye, right? Why do you say such strange things? What do you mean by spinning the threads of destiny? Wait a minute, there are 3 of you. You aren't the one sent by Sabato, are you? You're those bloodthirsty mercenaries summoned by that hag, Rylix. And it's nice to meet you too. By the way, what gives you the right to call anyone bloodthirsty? We have been sent by the direct orders from the King of Enric to exterminate the rat who fled to this mine. And that rat is you, Rodeye. A rat? What a joke. So my potential exterminators, I take it you won't just leave quietly if I ask nicely. Yeah, we're not gonna just leave. I know each of you are confident in your skills, but do you really think you can defeat me? I guess the only way to find out is to try me. Here he comes. Assume your positions. Alright, so we get into a fight right out the gate. So we're going to go ahead and fight, and use Blaze. But the idea here is that Forte is going to always go before Rodeye. And Rodeye is definitely going to hit pretty hard, off and on. He has magic spells that also hit pretty hard too. So the catch, the goal is to luck out, which we did. He went after Jack Tard in the first round, so that's pretty good. We like when that happens. 9 damage. Now he's going to use a magic attack of his own, which can do, you know. Now here's the thing is that Melody, though having the ability to heal, she's not going to get her turn until after Rodai goes. So we do want to use the herb from Forte on Jacktard to guarantee that we don't lose Jacktard. We could have lucked out, but that's fine. Pretty much guarantees that we get another attack here. If you're unlucky and he just starts wailing on Forte or Melody, then you gotta change your strategy a little bit. He is dodging the shit out of Jacktard right now, which is quite frustrating. Item, herb. He's definitely... Okay, he broke the illusion, though, so that's good. Alright. Last herb. We lucked out with that. So we should beat him this round or next round for sure. And he's down. What a disappointment. However, I'm not finished yet. Not until my destiny is fulfilled. And we get 12 XP. Which is pretty good, actually. Hence why it's worth making sure everybody lives to get that XP. Oh my god! That could have gone better. What the hell? What is that? That can't be good. But wait, there's more. No, this clearly is not good. That's not how people walk. So clearly something bad has happened. Cacti. Okay. Jacktard. And he's gone. You are the chosen ones to join me in spinning the threads of destiny. And he's gone. I have no need for bloodthirsty mercenaries. Leave this place. You really think you can defeat me? Well, I kind of did. Then we died. There's some Sega Saturn Nightmare Fuel.
I should have never been born. No one could possibly understand my pain. I will not let you inherit the spirit.
Who are you? One of the chosen who will spill the threads that Rodai speaks of.
Jacktard. I know I got that wrong.
What does the Creator want from us?
Jacktard.
I have no desire to resurrect the 1,000-year kingdom.
Jacktard. 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 Yeah, some of the text goes by, without me pressing a button, so I read it as quickly as I can for you guys, within, while still keeping it fun. Are you alright? But obviously the answer to that is no. I asked the wrong question. Your life's eternal flame is almost gone. We must hurry. We are the spirits, willed into being by the Creator. You three have been accidentally caught up in a struggle between the forces of life and death. Rodai sustained brain damage from the falling rocks. As a result, he suffers from amnesia and can't remember anything, leaving us with no time to waste. We spirits have the power to heal and can be restored if we possess his body. He can be restored if we possess his body. Then he will likely make a full recovery. Melody is in critical condition. Her ribcage has been crushed and a fragment has punctured her lung. However, we will heal her as well. She regained consciousness for a brief moment earlier and witnessed one of the evil spirits possessing her partner. Unfortunately, there is nothing we could do to alleviate those emotional scars.
Fucking figures, useless bastard.
The spirit will control Rodai until he recovers from his injuries. He'll regain his magic and abilities as well. Melody is able to act on her own free will. We will not affect her freedom. You are in critical condition as well. We feel responsible for you since the cause of all of your injuries was our escape pod, and I have need for a body too. If I remain here among this evil, I will perish. Remember that you three, whose bodies have been imbued with spirits, cannot be separated, even though you were once enemies. They all have agreed. I want you to remember that too. Oh my god, all I see in his mind is hentai!
I remember fighting you, but I can't remember why. Maybe it's because of that rock falling on my head. I can't remember.
Since we're all in the same situation, just as the spirits said, it's meaningless to fight with Rodai now. As long as they occupy our bodies, it's best that we work as a team.
Although I seem to have lost all my equipment and forgotten my fighting skills, I guess I should be glad that I'm still alive. So I can't see any reason to stick around in this mine. Let's find our way out of here.
Jacktard, let's go! I don't think we can depend on Rodai right now, so why don't you take the lead and let's go try to find Forte. Since the evil spirit has recently possessed his body, we may still have time. Which is possible, yet true. Let's take a look here. So Rodai joins our party. His attack is a little better than Melody's. His defense a little better. His agility is, he's the fastest. Least amount of chance for crit right now. Lowest technique, but luck, mind, and, magic defense and battle defense? No, I forget what that BD is. Okay, so, we have some things going for us. 12 to next level for Jacktard, 18 for Melody, 38 for Rodai. So He's going to take some time to actually level up here. So let's go ahead and get moving. First and foremost, you can miss on an easy treasure. And we're in, you know, dire need of some benefits here. As we search here to find an herb. Oh, you know what? Really quick. Equipment-wise, Rodai has... You can see that the other two characters have 4 items, but Jacktard has a 5th item. It's an accessory called the Warrior Knife, and it raises his critical from 3 to 6. So just keep that in mind, that there's room for some accessories as well. Alright, so here's the big room where we crashed through. The only way to go is this way. You'll see things like these jars. Sometimes there'll be goodies, sometimes not. Sometimes you just have to check out a dead end and hope there's an item there. And for what it's worth. All right, so we get into our first combat here of the game, random battle, but it's, I think, a fixed fight. So we'll give him the old 1-2. Should take about 2 rounds to pretty much beat him. As a general rule of thumb in this dungeon, I would say any character under 10 HP should get healed. Either probably after the battle. I wouldn't do it during the battle. Get 19 gold and 3 XP. And if we want to know, I believe it's 3 XP per character. Yeah, so every character gets the same amount of XP. Let's use some magic. Nope. Anybody under 10 HP needs to be healed. Trust me, it's for the greater good. Alright. Sometimes you'll find items in corners. Not all of them, though. So just keep that in mind. There is some benefits to exploration, but not necessarily a whole bunch. You'll find a lot of dead ends, but that's kind of the point of the dungeon crawler games, is you're going to find a lot of dead ends. Okay, can't go that way. If we press the forward button twice, we can sprint, which is interesting in and of itself. Take note of where the monsters are actually entering the battle area from. That's actually going to be relevant throughout the entirety of this game. And Melody can heal herself, which is kind of funny. That's kind of how her crit works, is she heals herself when she attacks. It's kind of useful. Another 3 XP. Another monster fight here. I'm not going to show every monster fight. Pretty much show you new monsters as for what they're worth, and anything that's kind of tutorial driven. That way we can keep, you know, the episodes a bit more constructive. I believe if it's one... bats. They usually get to attack first. And he's down. There's a crit. And a block. Meaning we gotta go one more freaking round. Not that this is gonna matter. And there it is. Might be a level, yeah, that's a level for Jacktard. Strangely enough, I believe level ups actually apply immediately, so you get all the benefits right away. So there we go. Meaning that we'll constantly be getting MP recovery anytime characters level. So really quick, what is this next level here? 45. So that's a nice amount. And then we'll keep moving as we meet probably the strongest physical enemy in this dungeon, the zombie. To which I say we use brutal fire. The strongest singular enemy would be zombies. They should go down. Nice. Okay. That's the third one, so we wanna, I think it's here. Yeah. So it's once the hallway, the left and right hallways, they're all short hallways, little offshoots, and once they start to stagger, you'll see here, once they stagger, you can find an item there. Okay, it's not here, then it has to be over here. It's one of these areas. Now, these little guys kind of suck because they do damage and then they run away sometimes, so they can be little shitbirds. Alright, he's down. A lot of gold, though. And melody levels, yay! She's fine at 14. And there we go, the iron circlet. That's an upgrade, I believe. So let's go ahead and give that to Melody. Oh, did I use a healing spell? I did. Oh my god. That's fine. At least he got a power attack. I think it'll be fine. Oh, and I got another power attack, so it kind of makes up for my failure earlier. Still didn't kill it though, because I'm an idiot. That's okay. Yeah, we'll start skipping some battles here for you guys, that way you don't have to sit through all this nonsense. Alright. Let's check our map. Big win. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, so let's go this way. For another fight. Okay. We'll go, I believe, this way. Nice. We need money, trust me. We got a lot of cool things to get down the road here. Alright. Let's heal Rhodey here. I think he's close to leveling, too. He's gotta be. We're gonna heal him just in case. Yeah, he's practically there. Nothing there. Yeah. Kill him like the rest, right? Alright, so killed him. More enemies. Alright. That should be a level for Rhodey here. Nice. Let's check the two next level really quick. 15, 67, and 37. So these two are 30 apart from each other. And he's 15, 16, 17 ahead of her. So something to keep in mind. I don't think there's anything there. Pretty sure there isn't. You can see there's a lot of battles in this game. A lot of constant, you know, random encounters. And to be fair, that can be a good thing. A lot of people dread these dungeon crawlers. with running into too many battles, but usually until later in the game, it's usually not a big deal. You want that XP, you want the gold coins, you know, you need all that stuff. So as quick as one might feel that you just hate all the random encounters, there's a benefit to it, or at least into bumping into a handful of them. Is there anything here? Let's check our map. Okay, looking good.
Battle.
Alright, let's continue. We get another herb. We're going to start passing some of this back, because Jacktard, strangely enough, picks up all items, much like the other Shining games. And so your inventory can actually start getting a little wonky if you're not constantly managing it. Alright, let's keep moving through this area here. Alright, let's keep trucking along. I was gonna say trudging, and that's nothing. May as well show an occasional fight, just so you guys don't, think I'm just powering through everything. And we get 2 XP. $60. Sweet. Can we just kill his friend?
Time to die.
Which he did. 12 gold coins. We should level. Alright. Meaning more strength, more defense, all the good stuff. Alright, and I believe there's only one more place we haven't been, which is back this way. Yeah. And then we now get to the next floor. We're not out of the woods yet. Or out of the cave yet, one should say. The woods are going to be later. And this is a very important thing to find. There are several of these various ones throughout the game, and it's important you find out all of them, to be honest with you. First, we find a succubus named Moran was found. And it joins the group. She joins the group. And these fall into this kind of idea of pixies. Pixies we can send out before a battle begins, and they can not just do really cool stuff like damage enemies and pick up gold, but they can also help us gain little bits of more XP. And the more that you have, and there's different types, the more that you have of each type, the stronger that type is. Now, with that said, they only function if you pick the right pixie based on the direction the enemies come in. I believe succubi, or the succubus, prefers enemies that come in from the left side of the screen. Like that. And so you can see we do free 9 points of damage, and we're going to get some benefits after battle. If the enemies come into the battle from a different direction, that particular pixie, the succubus, doesn't work. I know it's weird because there's one called pixie as well. There's a type called pixie as well. But there's succubi, incubi, leprechauns, fairies, and pixies. Succubus, did I say succubus? Incubus, pixies, and the other one. But you can see they help you even find items too. So you do definitely want to get it right every once in a while. Even if it's not that necessary, you do want to get it right once in a while. The other thing to keep in mind too is that while you're having fun with that benefit, there is some people who would make arguments certain types of enemy types show up more than others, so that's something to consider. Usually we're gonna use really one specific pixie. So you can see it came from the back left, so a left will work. I believe you could use a left or behind. So there's forward, backwards, left, right, and then enemies that come up from underground. So again, all of that stuff is relevant. As you can see, this definitely makes battles go faster. I'm going to just show this fight just because. That way you get to see those benefits again. 31 gold. Pixie recovers 3 extra coins. 5 points of experience acquired. The pixies give us 3 extra. So again, it can definitely pay off as the game progresses. Alright, the leather glove. Let's give that to Rodai. Increasing his defense. Head back out this way. And again, another benefit. So you can see the pattern here of what we want to accomplish. Alright, and melody levels. And Hellblast, which is kind of wind magic, is learned. Rodai's still got a bit before he levels up, so let's heal him. He's probably got another 30 to go. Right. 29, yeah, pretty much. About 30. Nice, we find an herb. Nothing in here. Then I want to say... No, we can't go that way. See, that missed because they came straight from behind. So I can't get them every time. Alright, let's keep going. So we can't move that rock, so we'll have to go this way. Alright. Nothing there. Alright, let's move. We're almost out of here. Let's just check our map. Like I said, I kind of want to make sure we get every nook and cranny, just out of out of curiosity's sake. Alright. So we won that battle. Rhodey is about to level. I kind of feel like we want to get him there before moving on. So let's do that. Alright, battle is won. And Rodai levels. Nice. And his next looks like 129. So, yeah. And then she's 91 to his 30, so she's 61 XP. So you notice Melody is falling further to being harder to level. Whereas our character Jack Tart is doing pretty good. Total gold is 985. That's actually not too bad. It's still not enough for everything that's coming up, but we got to do a little bit of grinding off screen anyway, but I will worry about that once we get there. As you can see, we are now outside. This is kind of where we were earlier. There's no reason to go back in the dungeon that way, but we do want to go around this perimeter. There are some missable goodies, particularly another ferry. Probably the one we'll use the most. A lot of enemies come out from the ground beneath you, so... But dungeons vary. You know, enemy spawns and dungeons definitely do vary. A leprechaun named Donna was found. So we get a leprechaun. And there he goes. And you can see down in the corner now we can switch by pressing the 2 trigger buttons, the left and right trigger. But we're going to leave it on Leprechaun for now. Especially in the next dungeon, we're going to have lots of Leprechaun usage. Probably more than anything else, by that, for what it's worth too. So let's go to Desire Village. As there's going to be some things we need to do. Before doing anything, let's go this way. And there's a boy over here for a very useful side quest here. My dog has disappeared. I only looked away for a second, but then he was gone. Can you help find my Jabby? It would be easy for you, right? Yes. Really, then, I'll wait for you here. Thank you. So that's enough to get us started. Just want to make sure that we've activated that side quest because of reasons. Let's go ahead and explore the town. Now, we can't do anything at the blacksmith's, but we can find goodies. Anything in this one? I don't think so. Yeah. Alright. There's that. You are the mercenaries who went into the mine, aren't you? Since the outlaw was killed in the cave-in, the survivors went back to Enric Castle. Apparently some of the regular soldiers were killed as well, and because of that they closed the border so nobody can leave. The area around Desire is dangerous. North of here is the cursed mine, and Enric Forest in the south is haunted. I'm not scared though. Well, maybe a little. There was a great war in the forest a long time ago, so now only ghosts and stuff live there. That place is creepy.
Very creepy. Very dangerous.
Some of the mercenaries were killed in the cave-in, I hear. You are very lucky to have survived. The only person to survive the cave-in was some sorcerer named Forte. He went back to the castle with the soldiers. That can't be good. So notice we can't really go in. You fought in the mine, didn't you? I could tell. Were you scared? I bet you were. And you know why? I was told that mine is cursed. A long time ago, when people were digging in the mine, they found a passage leading to the God's Peak. Finding the passage was the start of many bad things. Monsters, cave-ins, it was horrible, so they had to shut down the mine. Okay, now before we go too far, what do we got here? An incubus named Lantana was found. Some of these are missable too, and there is a reward for finding them all. So you definitely want to keep track of which ones you find, so that way, if you feel you're not kind of keeping an even amount of them going, by a certain point you at least know you're not finding probably all of them. Okay, so this guy's talking about thinking a war broke out. We're gonna check this box here for some quick chicken. I'm gonna talk about those in a moment here. This is the mining town, Desire. Many people used to come here to look for gold in the nearby mine in hopes of getting rich. Now, though, the mine is closed and only a few people live here.
You don't say.
Okay, I think for right now, there's a few more things we want to fiddle with. Hi, we have many travel supplies here. If you're going on an adventure, you may want some of our items. Herbs and antidotes, we have what you need. Take a look around. So we could buy angel wings, which teleport us out of a dungeon. We could buy antidote herbs and regular herbs. We don't want any of that right now. But if we talk to her a few times... Let me see here. I'm not sure if it's random. I'm pretty sure, though, we can get, like, a goodie in... Forest to the south is the place where the last battle was fought during the Enric War. The graveyard behind the lake seems to be all that's left of the war. I was told not to go near the graveyard. People say that ghosts of warriors long gone would appear and challenge you. That sounds lovely. Logan. Smart way to fight in dungeons is to find pixies that live in various places, and some of them at the moment monsters appear. If the right pixie is used against the right foes, the pixies will attack them before they get to you. Their attack power increases with the number of pixies as the number of pixies grows, and I think they can help you find treasure too. Well, I don't have a lot of money. I want to buy so many things. What shall I buy? Okay, really quick. Let's go to the weapon shop. You can definitely buy some weapons. And we're going to buy the Shoto. Rodai here. We'll sell off the old stuff. No reason to keep it. Middle sword for Jack Tard. Bronze staff. I believe we keep messing with her. Ah, here we go. With magical powers, we just got these in this morning. It's called an elixir, but yours for 1,000 coins. We don't have 1,000 coins, so that'll be something that we have to grind towards. Let's go over here. Now, there's some stuff that we can find in the upcoming dungeons here. And then there's stuff we can't. So we'll get what we can afford, which isn't much. We'll find one of those for free down the road. So let's go with this. Melody. Okay, and then we want this for Rodai. We'll go with this guy for 200. And I don't think we have enough. Yeah, we're just short this. We already got these two items, but we can sell, and we should have enough, give or take, from old gear that we're not using, such as the mesh glove. And Melody has the Holy Circlet. And that might give us enough here. Alright, so we actually were able to upgrade everything. There were two pieces of armor we didn't buy, the shield and the bronze shell. We will actually find those very, very soon. And then we have access, strangely enough, to that elixir we saw, which we're going to need later. Right, let's move on, shall we? Welcome. We have great food and drinks here. Please relax and enjoy yourselves. You must be travelers who got stuck here because they closed the road to Enric. Well, there isn't anything to be done about it until they reopen the gate. You must be mercenaries. You look quite skilled. I can tell it's my business too. Hey, don't look at me like that. If you don't want to talk about it, say so. Here, have one on the house. There are some other mercenaries in here too, over there in the back. The woman is a knight and the other is a dragon warrior. I heard they were hired by the sage Sabato to come out and join the expedition. They don't seem to know what to do next now that they've lost that outlaw in the cave-in and the border's been closed down. I remember hearing tales about a skilled team of mercenaries consisting of a princess and a dragon. Could it be them? Nah, it couldn't be. What would possibly interest a team like that into coming to a backwater place like this? Are you looking for a room? I'm sorry, but the rooms are not ready yet. Please come back in a little while. Figures. Let's talk to Daigo. This village used to be so lively when there was gold here. Such a long time ago. Now it's almost empty. Hans? Hans, the skill of the blacksmith in this village won me over, so I decided to work here. I often visit him whenever I find mithril ore. He makes very fine equipment. However, since they closed the border, I can't conduct my business. What am I to do? This one's called Halfling. I've got to get to Enric. If the border gate is closed, I could try going through the forest, although I know it's dangerous. You seem to have a good reason to go too, right?
Would you like to go with me? After all, there's safety in numbers. I thought you would say so. You're staying here, aren't you? I'll visit your room tonight and we'll make plans then. Okay.
We traveled all the way to this backwater village on the advice of Sabato, the sage of Enric Castle. We were told that if we met with Rodai at the God's Peak, we would find what we were looking for, only to find he died in a cave-in. Now we may never know what he meant by that.
Are you looking for someone to have a drink with? I'm not that kind of woman. Little boys aren't my style.
You're wasting your time. The only thing that will turn her head is a strong, strapping warrior type.
Okay, so we've done what we can do. Let's head out.
Rodai. So it's you, Rodai. We thought that you had died in that cave-in, but you matched the description given to us perfectly.
I guess you're right. I am alive. Now that you know this, what are you going to do about it?
Indeed, what should we do? What's your opinion, Basso?
First, we should use him to get what we are searching for at the God's Peak. Then we could turn Rodai into castle and claim the bounty to supply our travel needs. How about that?
That doesn't sound like a bad plan at all. Look, Jacktard, I've got a bad feeling about this. They've ignored us completely. Do you think we could beat them, or are they too powerful?
Well, what are you two hirelings going to do? 3-on-2 doesn't bother us at all.
Well, it doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
But we haven't had a chance to heal up yet. What are you doing? A little inter-mercenary fight, eh? But that will cause problems for our village, and that I will not allow. We value peace here.
Well, what do you mean? We weren't going to.
No matter what name you want to give it, please do not disturb the peace here.
Well, putting it that way does put a cramp in our style, so what do you suggest we do?
No matter who wins the contest afterwards, if you both remain in this village, you will run into each other again, and then the cycle will repeat itself, so don't start.
Then we should just do the job right the first time. Right. Then you wouldn't have that problem.
You're quite the argumentative and dangerous individual, aren't you? I repeat, do not fight in this village. Wait at least until the border gate opens.
All right, you win. We will obey your wishes and wait until the gate opens to resolve our differences.
What, are you sure if we let him go now?
As long as all of us are stuck in this village, there's no need to make our stay any less comfortable than it is now.
I guess. I understand that, but it really pains me to let him go like this.
It's only until the gate opens, and it's not as if they can go anywhere either. Can you, my playfellows?
Well, I guess you're right. Well, we'll let you go for now. However, I look forward to when the gate opens.
Well, until next time. Mwah.
Bunch of jack-offs.
They look pretty tough. I would like to avoid fighting them if we could. Yeah, me too. They are definitely tough customers. We must do something before the gate opens.
Thus we know a way through, right? That was established earlier by the halfling. Really quick, we're going to use some of our these items we're carrying on us, such as the garlic, the arcane garlic, and the quick chicken. We're just going to use this really on Jacktard. The thing is that characters come and go and can be swapped in and out throughout the game, unlike in Shining in the Darkness. And really, one character that doesn't is your main character. And so I'm not going to min-max. It's just like other Shining games. You can try to min-max. Like, those numbers weren't great, so I could reload the game if I had saved and then try again. I think a lot of that in most Shining games is unnecessary, so we're not gonna stoop to that need to do that. We'll be fine. Hello, welcome to the Desire Village Inn. Our rate is 7 gold per person, so 21 gold coins. Do you want to stay? Yes, we need to. Oh my god. Now again, we bought all the gear that we need, but we need 1,000 gold if we want to get that elixir. Here I am, as I promised. Are you ready to hear me out? I don't know if anybody's listening in, so I'll be brief. It's going to be too obvious if we leave the village together, so we'd best split up. Why don't you leave and head for the forest first? I'll follow shortly thereafter and catch up with you. You trust him enough to follow his instructions? Sure, why not? He seems nice enough. So you'll trust me. Good. I guess you also would rather be going to Enric than waiting for the border to open. Anyway, if you wish to go to Enric, take my advice and go through the forest. Oh, and if we can't find each other, then let's meet at the graveyard deep inside, okay? Okie dokie. Simple enough of a request. So some of you might be, what forest is he talking about? There's actually a forest. There is a forest. So right now we definitely need to grind us 1,000 gold. A little more than that too, because we need to be able to rest, and we may want to buy extra gear. Those other two, we get those other 2 pieces for free, but if I feel that the damage we're taking is too much, I can always, buy that gear. Many people lost their lives while they were working in Desire Mine a long time ago. Our priest works very hard to comfort the spirits of the departed. The cave-in at the mine was caused by the anger of the gods and the soldiers trespassing in its sacred environs. The sky turned black as the sun vanished, and then we knew that we would be perished for the violation of the mine. We did not learn our lesson the first time when we mined for gold. The reason why this village has become desolate is because of human greed. The miners kept digging in search of wealth until they penetrated into the shrine beyond. Suddenly, the sky blackened with seeming rage, and the earth split asunder, forcing them to close the mine. So at least we're getting some backstory about the mine here. The mountain in the back of the mine is called God's Peak. It is a very sacred place. They say that an ancient culture used the mountain as a place of worship. No one should ever violate that shrine. And then, like Shining Games, we can come here for some services. All of Zod's children are welcome here. So we can change class. It's promotion. Promotion happens at level 20. There's no reason to grind levels to go above that, because the levels don't reset like they do in the Shining games. So it takes the same amount of XP to level every time anyway. Cure is like status effects. Revive is for dead characters. And then there's saving, which not all characters technically fully die. That's a whole nother story in and of itself. We're going to save over our last save. That was the demo save. Okie dokie. Your adventure has been saved. Do you want to continue? Of course we do. We don't have any more favors though. And really quick, because I'm old-fashioned. I technically do like the green or the blue look. So we'll go with that. I wonder what... I see. No, we definitely want that as our depth there. Be weird to have it some semi-transparent, be hard to read. Alright, so, with that said, we can leave the town. There's still a few other things we can do here, but right now we need to get that elixir, which is going to be grinding some gold coins. We have plenty of coins to grind. We may as well go to the Forest of Confusion. It would be faster to grind there than anywhere else. I'm not gonna, seek out any chests or anything. We're just gonna kind of wander the wilderness here. So we're gonna get all kinds of different monsters here, and some that we can hit, and then some that we clearly can't. But we're gonna do our leveling, grinding kind of now. If I feel where this is taking too long, we can always go back to the mine and grind there for some gold. But I think we're more likely to get good amounts of gold here. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTarStudios for more live gaming action, because when we come back, we head all the way through the forest. We buy that elixir of all things. But yeah, one enemy, pretty good XP too. But yeah, we'll go ahead and, you know, get our levels up and all of that. And like I said, when we come back, we'll be good to go. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you guys next time.